podcast. Rocking on a Monday today.
Brother, with your ladies and gentlemen, man, you sound like the leader of like Ringling Brothers
I
coming out.
am. It's a
You know what I'm
circus, man.
saying?
We're gonna have some fun here today, baby. Like I said, as you guys know the rules, as you guys come in, hit the like button, share it out. We have a little fun, try to give you guys an entertaining show, to say the
Hell yeah.
least. I guess the last time we convened has been a week. Make Monday has been a week. So like I said, a few stories came up. Sony's not going to E3. We got the Fallout fiasco. Microsoft with the diskless Xbox. We're gonna talk about it. They don't punch GameStop back in their mouth. We're gonna talk about that. This, like I said, they got the new program. Like I said, digital to physical trading. We got some more juicy PlayStation 5 rumors. We here in March now, 2020. But a few things we're gonna talk about. As you guys, like I said, you guys come in. You'd be so kind to hit the like button and share it out. We're gonna try to have some fun here today. Neff, I haven't spoken to you. I'm lying. Unless last time I spoke to you probably yesterday. But what's going on with you, good brother?
And not much. Just got back from watching that new Fantastic Beasts movies, which was pretty all right.
Wait, you're biting. That sounds kind of slick. Whatever you're saying, but you're biting. I believe you, but you're biting. Now, you want to hop back in? What the hell's going on? Want to try it again?
Is it working now?
Yeah, you sound much better. Okay, there you go.
Okay. So I just got back from watching that Fantastic Beasts movies, which was pretty all right. And I see you're using that picture I sent you of the Fallout. So let's get into this.
Nope. Okay. All right.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, wow, brother. Yeah.
What's going on, good brother? How you feeling today?
I'm doing good, man. We just got a new heater put in the house today, so I've had like a couple strangers in my house like all day. So I've been wandering around them, like making sure nobody is pocketing anything of value or whatnot. But I gotta say, dude, I have been hooked on Forza Horizon 4, man. Every time I turn on my Xbox, I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna play Red Dead. I'm gonna get through the story, everything like that. As soon as I power up my system, for some reason, my thumb goes over and hits A right on Forza Horizon, and I spent like 5 hours playing that game like per day. It's crazy, man. That game is great. I
have yet to try it. I need to get it. I have yet to try Forza. I need to get it in.
Brother,
okay.
when it comes to everything in a game, the graphics look good. The graphics look really good for an open world racer. The gameplay mechanics, the amount of content, the different races you could get into over like 350 cars, man. Like if you are even a casual car guy, you definitely got to check out this game, yo. It's
okay.
amazing.
Well, here's the question. We had Forza's the last one, Forza Horizon 4. Out of all of this series, do you think that the Horizon or Forza Horizon has gotten increasingly better from 2 to 3, and then from 3 to 4? Has it gotten better? Has the franchise grown more or less?
I think it has. I think you get more and more content every Horizon, and when it comes down to it, they got Forza Motorsport and they got Horizon. Horizon, came kind of later in the game, so. At first, Motorsport was kind of like that flagship racer on Xbox. I feel like that has been taken over just because Horizon, with it being open world, with being able to do like rally races to street races, having different seasons and everything like that, it just caters to a wider range of people who get into racing games and stuff like that. So I really feel like, Turn 10 and Playground have created the actual flagship racing game on Xbox with Horizon, man.
Well, here's a question. Now, Microsoft has now acquired Playground Studios. Is Playground still going to fall up under Turn 10 when it comes to Forza, or are they going to take that, are they still going to do Forza, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to still do Horizon. I know you heard, man, they're building pretty much another section to Playground dealing with other games. So they're gonna have a core crew that still goes and does the Horizon series. And when it comes to Turn 10, I think the key thing that makes Turn 10 a part of this is they're using Turn 10's Forza engine to create the game. All right. So I think at the end of the day, of course, Turn 10 gives them the tools, but Playground, they take that and they make the game that they want to make. And I think that's so I think collaboration right there, man.
I'm sorry. I can hear you. Hello?
Are you there?
Yeah.
Did I cut out, brother?
No. I went to the actual podcast. I could see it now, and you were coming through. I had to mute it.
But yeah, no. Like I said, I feel like the collaboration between the two is like they're using Turn 10's Forza engine. But at the end of the day, I feel like Playground, they take Turn 10's tools and they make the game that they want to make, which is that open world racer. Anybody who's a fan of Horizon, I don't think you have to worry. I think they still have a crew in there working on the next Horizon, working on the content to support it, and they have another crew that's working on that RPG.
Oh, okay. All right. Crap, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
I haven't spoken to you. What's going on with you, good brother?
Man, I'm so close to finishing up Red Dead 2. I'm on the last little part. So just been just blown away by that experience right there. Just such a fantastic game. Other than that, man, not much. Just that time of year, everybody's happy and cheery and just having a good time, man. Just living my best life, as they say, man.
Okay, all right. As we tackle, hold on, check this some crap going on. As we tackle the latest and greatest gaming news. Okay. Well, here's a question. Now, we can start off by this here.
Z hype for E3, by the way. I know he is, man.
E3. Y'all want to how about instead of the pants to fire?
I just mess with you, man. You're directing it. You go where you go.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. But I was gonna say this before we got real juicy. Over the weekend, I finally I played what do you call it? Battlefield. Is it 5 now?
Yeah.
5. And listen, how I've never been a big Call of Duty, but I played Call of Duty this year. I got into it, and I can see why people like the Call of Duty series because it's something you can pick up and play. I'm not saying it isn't. You got people that have skills. There's a lot going on, but once you, I guess map what's going on, the buttons, bring out your dogs, your perks and stuff. It is what it is. I can, like I said, in my opinion, I may get shot for this. I said it on Twitter. Battlefield was a much better game. I tried on EA Access. I tried the of course the 10-hour trial. I think I went was like 16 and 9 or something like that. So I broke it, over 500. But it's a much better game. I don't know if you guys ever tried Battlefield. I'm the only one here, but I can honestly say Battlefield is a much better shooter than Call of Duty. Like, what are your thoughts? You guys
brother, I could have told you that, but at the end of the day, the thing about Call of Duty is there's so many people out there that are just trained to get the next Call of Duty year after year that, no matter what happens with Call of Duty, they're still going to sell a ton. There's still going to be, millions of discs and digital downloads out there for the game. But I feel like Battlefield, as long as they stay true to kind of like that open field battle that it's known for, and they just keep getting better. I hope the next one is more in the modern day, because I feel like that's what people really want. I feel like they can just keep getting bigger and bigger, man. I feel like this might be this one might not like go through the rafters of everybody's playing it and stuff like that. But if they can hold out and then make the next one a modern day war game, I think they have something there that's really gonna.
You don't care for the guns?
It's just me myself. I'm not really. I don't get into the whole historic war games really. Mm-hmm. But again, just because that's not my cup of tea, I'm not just gonna bash it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can see. I can see the popularity. I can see where people can get into those games. And I just hearing from the community, a lot of people are saying, that they're kind of tired doing the historic war games. They want something that's closer to present day again. Yeah. Of course, not that futuristic kind of like laser guns and running up walls and all that good stuff, but they want something that's based in realistic kind of like present day. And if they do that with the next Battlefield, I think that's when they really will expand like their consumer base. They'll have a lot more gamers buying the next Battlefield if they go that way. Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's nothing really wrong with that, because when you think about it, the last Battlefield game was a World War I game. So, like, of course, we want a modern shooter. And then even Call of Duty, the last time was a World War II game. So, yeah, people want the modern shooter. They want something like Battlefield 4, or what I want, a Bad Company 3.
A lot of people said that, too. Bad Company is something that a lot of people...
They need to finish it. They ended on 2. They need a third one.
Bad Company 3. Oh, that was for the 360, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was a little bit more arcadey, but like the destruction was way bigger than like the other games recently.
Listen, like I played it on the X. That, my God, I don't know if it's native 4K or upscale 4K. It's
native. It's 4K a lot of the time, and then
okay.
obviously, I mean, it's scalable or whatever. I played the beta. I have it. I have the game. I just haven't had a chance to get into it.
I played the beta also. I didn't really care for the beta.
I want to finish Red Dead before I really get involved too much in anything else. It's like, you ever get that? Like, I don't want to keep starting game after game after game.
It's the holiday season, man.
Yeah, even though that's more of a multiplayer game, I want to finish Red Dead. I'm so close to the end, and then I feel like I
shout out to what's my man named Fonza. Really, we was talking to him yesterday. Oh no, it was off the air on Beastfire, and he was saying, on Red Dead that the world is really alive. It's probably the first, and I said this before, like probably the first game that this like the whole game, like the NPCs, whatever, is alive and they have a purpose. That he said, "Hey, come over here. You would like to drink?" Somebody broke him in the house and raped him. I said, "Damn." Like, I was like, yo.
Just as a warning for you audience members. So apparently somewhere north of St. Rhodes or whatever that place is, stay away from a particular house that's offering you some food or whatever, because he will take advantage of you.
Like when you seen it, what's that Pulp Fiction? Bring out the gimp. Yeah, they raped my man. He said he was walking back to his horse, kind of funny. I said, "Damn, they went all out, didn't they?"
Oh shit!
They went all out for it. Let's see what say. Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, where's that house? Because I am not going anywhere
near it. Well, boss, he ain't got to rape me. I'm giving it up.
No, you know what? Fuck you. Yeah. Nah, what I'll do is I'll go there with my repeater and like I won't even walk up to the door and just shoot up the entire cabin and then walk away. Like I know what you're up to, brother. That's that.
That game's wild, man. It is. It's like completely living, and like you help people out, and then they help you out. Even
do you have to help people.
You don't have to. Okay. Like I don't do as much at like the side stuff but I have done a few things just because it's on the way. Mm-hmm. And then later on they've actually, and they're not even main stuff, but later on that comes back to help you, or they'll help you out later on, or you get something free from them later on, so realistically it really pays off to kind of do that. I kind of it seems like the only like one of the gripes that I have about that game is you get anything you do basically causes you to be wanted. Right, like anything you do, like I didn't even do anything wrong, man. Next thing you know, you're wanted. You accidentally run something over. Oh, you're wanted.
Yeah, they tap your horse. You're wanted.
Exactly. Wait, so that's like, I mean, like that's one of the things like I guess kind of turned me up with Grand Theft Auto. Go to do a mission, and the cops all the bags on. Like I start the mission all over again. So it's like that times 15 is what you're saying.
Kinda. I mean, like,
can you outrun the law?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all about hiding from them.
Yeah. The other problem or it's just a minor problem is the NPCs. Your team, the other players with you can die, and then that causes you to fail, right? That could be
that's happened to me.
That could be a little bit annoying because I remember one of the times, like it's sort of almost like an escort situation. Mm-hmm. I remember the first time I played BioShock Infinite, I was like, man, you got to protect this girl the whole time. You don't, because she can't actually get hurt or anything. Yeah. She actually just helps you. And I thought that was really cool. I wish they would have kind of done it this way, but it's like for some reason, and how are you to stop these guys from hurting the people that are with you, right? Mm-hmm. Like you're in a gunfight, so
that's why you got that dead eye, man. You just spread it like right across, like headshot.
Well, yeah, that's why you always carry the chewing tobacco, man.
Hell yeah, me too.
It refills the dead eye.
You gotta do it to survive. But like, speaking of details, you can look up all these detailed videos on YouTube about Red Dead 2. Apparently, if you keep an NPC like dead and then you keep looking at them, you will watch their corpse rot over time. Like the game is that detailed.
If you go back, you'll see like the buzzards and stuff, like kind of eating them and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. Nice little detail there. I mean, I get that it's kind of gross or whatever, but yeah, it's still kind of cool.
There's also like cool Easter eggs, like Nosferatu, like that vampire is actually in the game, and more stuff like that.
I heard they got a UFO in there.
Yeah, you love that Wolfman and everything.
They might got a Bigfoot in that motherfucker too in the woods.
No, they do.
They do. Yeah.
See, there you go. Well, I guess what do you what's it called? The Video Game Awards or the Video Awards? What is it called? The Game Awards?
Yeah, Video Game Awards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it a fair to say that this Red Dead is going to be Game of the Year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think so. And the reason why is I know basically people are saying it's between God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2, but the thing is, Red Dead, first off, it's multiplat. So more people can actually experience it. You know, I know there's like 80 some odd million people with a PS4, but there are other people playing the game on Xbox as well. And therefore, I feel like a wider range of people have a positive experience. And it's not just, you know, yeah, that game looks good, I just don't have the system to play it. You know, it's a multi-plat, so it's on both systems. I think that is a key right there. And then for a multi-plat, you got to say, you know, what Rockstar did graphically in this game when it comes to a multi-plat, they finally stepped up in terms of graphics. Like I always felt like they had a lot of content in their games and they were good with making open world, but they're always like 2 steps back graphically when it came to GTA 5, when it came to, you know, any other Rockstar game. This game right here, I feel like they finally caught up and in a lot of ways actually surpassed other developers with how they built the game graphically. And you put everything together, you put the story, the amount of content, you know, and they don't even have the online going on yet. So when that happens, you got a whole other part of the game to get into.
Are they doing a beta for it or something?
Yeah, they're starting off beta, and let's be honest here. When GTA 5, when GTA 5, they did the online with that. I mean, that was basically a beta when they first came out. There were so many bugs and glitches, and you know, people couldn't even get into the city when it first dropped and stuff like that. So I mean,
I remember, but I'm just saying, well, a company, we're talking about $1 billion goddamn company. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I understand the story. The actual campaign is massive. It's huge, right? A lot going on. Yeah, but they should be doing a beta alongside it. Get to hire a separate team, whatever, because that shit should be there day one.
To be fair,
you got a lot of Red Dead haters in the chat, brother. Like, really?
It's a touchy subject, bot.
Damn, I don't understand why. When it first came out, everybody was like the fucking clouds parted. There was God rays going. Angels came down and gave people their copies of the game, and now people are like, yeah, it's okay. All right. I mean, each to their own. Everybody has an opinion. You know what I'm saying?
What you want to say, Dave? You want to add something to that? Hello?
No, he came back. He dropped and then came back.
Okay.
Maybe he's back together. But also, it's a touchy subject because this is the year.
You guys hear me?
We can hear you now.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, just to add what he was saying there about the content. There's a lot of content in this game. Yeah. Let's be honest. You know, Rockstar games, they last for years. GTA is still on the damn charts. Like, come on. So it's kind of a no-brainer that it would get Game of the Year. And to speak on your part, Z, about the multiplayer, the online aspect of this game, of course, it's going to be pretty deep. There's so much customization. They got so much shit going on with their online, and I think they just want to make sure that it's right and that it's flawless, because once again, this is a selling point for this game for like years to come. So they want to get it right out the gate. And you know, if history says anything by the last GTA game, the online is mint. So I wouldn't be too worried.
I'm gonna challenge you on that one, because that shit is not gonna come out, Chris. I'm telling you that right now. It's gonna come out like a beta, and it's gonna be a mess.
I think that's why I think they're doing the beta. I think they're gonna get all of those, most of those, little bugs and little knickknacks out of the game, and then release it to the general
public.
How do
you buy a game just to play the same
thing? Is it a closed
beta?
beta or is it open beta?
I'm not sure, but you have to remember, GTA Online didn't launch with GTA 5 either. So
exactly, just like that.
I guess the way they phrase it is the online portion of the game is almost like a free type thing. The actual thing that you pay for up front is the game itself, which I think I'm like 100 hours in. So you definitely get your content. Yeah, I know. You definitely get your content worth. So, you know, I'm interested to see what the online is going to be. I never put any time in GTA Online, but I like the Western setting a lot more than, you know, like pimps and hoes and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
look, online for Red Dead's probably gonna be fun, because I enjoyed the first Red Dead Online, but I'm just saying when it first launches, it's gonna be a mess, because when GTA 5 first launched, the shit just wasn't working until about 2 weeks later.
I'm just saying, a company of that stature, it's like if Call of Duty launches out the multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, come on, like either box or throw rocks. Shit off the pot. Like that shit. Just,
Box or throw rocks.
Yeah, saying the same thing. You gonna box or throw rocks. You gonna
Oh, okay, gotcha.
box or throw rocks. You know what I mean?
I never heard that before. So yeah,
crap. You wouldn't know, bro. Too dark. You gonna box or throw rocks. You gonna shit it off the pot. You know what I mean?
I've heard that one before. Yeah.
Go together. That's the first part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm just saying, a company of this statute, like, there's no excuses. Like,
Yeah.
Again, we talking about again $1 billion. Again, this game Danny made. Would have Danny $1 billion in one day?
Yeah, 700, almost 750 million.
Well, it's over $1 billion now, right? It cost them Danny $700 million to develop it, give or take, right?
They made their money back for sure. Yeah.
In one day, and it's going to keep making it, keep going.
Oh yeah, this game. It already outsold the first game, which was out for 8 years.
Yeah, so we know that. So I'm just saying, a game of this magnitude, this huge, that should be, and again, it should be on dedicated servers. You know what I mean? And just giving the history of what's the Take-Two was the parent company. Same thing with 2K Sports Basketball. They online sucks day one. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Trash. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know.
It's like they didn't test it before time, and they just threw it out there, and then they're like, "We'll fix it as we go." That's pretty much how it goes.
But I guess moving right along. What's going on, Daddy? You know you came in here, good brother D. Of course, the talk of the town is, and you see how it has Sony has become bigger than E3. Because I've been here. Listen, check it out, right? Real talk, right? Men, like you said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I did a video. I almost voided my contract yesterday and got suspended because I made a negative Sony video. But listen, hear me out. I know my integrity is always in question. I'll be the first to tell you. I lied on my wife. I lied on my children. I eventually lied on my subscribers. I'll let you know. I graduated from Fuck Nigga Supreme, from Fuck Nigga University. Top of the classes, right? But with that being said, though, so I'm just saying, you said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. If you look at the numbers, actually, the attendees have went up. So it's not any decline as far as, like I said, E3. People saying E3 is falling off. Actually, numbers are going up. Mm-hmm. So, what's the guy? I call him Shaggy from IGN. He says something like, is Sony getting cocky again? Like, what do you guys thought? I haven't spoken to you guys all week on this topic personally. Like, what do you think?
I'm just gonna chime in on this real quick, and then everybody else on the panel can go home. You go home with this whole thing, right? The thing is, people are talking about Sony when they're talking about this, right? People are like, well, it's not gonna affect Sony. It's not, Sony can do this and stuff like that, and they can. There's gonna be no negative effect on Sony. But I'm not here to talk about the companies when it comes to this. I'm here to talk about the gamers that, a lot of people think of E3 as that once in a lifetime experience where it's that one place that you can go and you experience games on all platforms. You go over to Sony, you go over to Xbox. Nintendo still has a booth over there. They have so many games, PC, everything all under one roof. And for a company to be like, hell no, we're not going to be there at all, to me, that is a huge slap in the face to those gamers out there who want to experience things on multiple platforms. Now, for the people who only love PlayStation, that's all they care about is PlayStation. If they go all out, they have, kind of like a teaser PS5 show, and then they do the PSX where they really go into the next set of hardware and stuff like that. I know you're going to be happy out there, but for the gamer that likes to experience games on multiple platforms and looks forward, wants to at least go to E3 at least one time to experience that whole thing, it is a huge smack in the face to any of those gamers out there, man. That's a fact. That right there is an absolute fact. Yeah.
And I cannot challenge you on anything you just said. That's absolutely correct. And I will say, it sucks that Sony isn't going to be at E3. Like, I think we can agree that we would love for Sony to go to E3. But here's my question to you and even the people here in the chat. Do you think Sony isn't going to E3 because it's the damage control that they're now bigger than E3, Sony doesn't need E3? Or is it that the next generation's right around the corner and Sony simply does not have enough for 2 shows next year? Do you think they're saving everything for one big show?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head there. I gotta kind of agree with Xbot over there that it is kind of.
You agree? You agree with me?
Both agree.
Holy shit!
It's a slap in the face to gamers. To be honest with you, E3 for so many years, it's been all of these companies, and we're so used to the camaraderie between us, or the trolling that we do during the E3 session. I'm gonna miss that. Can E3 still be called E3, or are we gonna call it E2 now? I don't know. But in all honesty, though, I think they pulled out because they don't have enough stuff to show. I think if they went to E3 this year, they'd be showing us the same games that they showed us for the last two E3s.
Okay, but listen,
I think they want to avoid that. Hold on a second. I think they want to avoid that, and I think they're gonna wait till a little bit later in the year. And I think we're gonna get some game announcements and a PS5 announcement. I think it's pretty obvious that at this point we're gonna get a PS5 announcement in 2019. It's still debatable if it's gonna come out next year, but for sure we're gonna get an announcement.
You see, that's what I agree with D. I think they're saving everything for basically the PS5 launch, and I think the PS5 is 2020. I don't think it's 2019, but they're gonna definitely announce it next year, and I think that's what they're going to save for their big show.
Hold on 1 second, good brother. Shout out my man Scorpion King, Scorpion King 501. This is the other way all day for your ass to get online. My man Spectre Stats, you guys shitted on Sony's E3 last year. Now you're saying it's a shame that they're not going. Look, okay, hold on. Shout out my brother Overdone. He's firing up. He started shit. The Sony Defense Force. He says here, while it's sad to see Sony gone from E3, but I at least believe Sony wouldn't do this without a reason. So I'm gonna wait for them to reveal their plans. Here's my thing, right? For somebody such as myself, right? I've never been to E3. I equated this as like a child. First time
but you wanted to go, right?
Yeah, first time a kid goes to Disney.
And I was trying to go this year as well.
Yeah, first time a kid goes to Disney World, I was gonna do the media package. I think it was like $1,100. So whoever from my crew was gonna go, and we got entry in and all day to the shows. Not waiting, like, hey Phil, give me fuck all that. We got to pay for it. We ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing. So I was going all out this year for E3, and them not being there. You know what I mean? So. For just being a fan, just sitting back and watching content here on YouTube, and again, what we do, forget all the trolling and stuff, it's just me being a fan of gamer. I don't really buy that they don't have anything else to show, because we have yet to see the multiplayer of the Last of Us, you know what I mean? We still don't know what the hell Death Stranding is about, and since when them showing something again, like companies do all the time, we see,
thank you, Z. Thank you.
I'm just looking at not even so much of an Xbox, but just shit, Nintendo showed up with one goddamn game.
I do think that they would got booed out of the building if they showed the exact same.
Anybody gonna boo them? They got Neo too. We ain't seen that shit from it. All we seen was a concept art. You know what I mean? Look, real talk. Looking back at Sony past E3s until 2016, what did they show? Indies, third parties. They didn't start showing them Vegas in 2016.
They had VR in there.
But to 2016, they didn't show no VR. All that was 2016. So they can put on it. It's for the fans. You know what I mean? For the game. Forget all the console war stuff.
At least have a booth there for the people.
I think they're going to have a booth. They're going to have a booth with no conference. But I'm saying what's a little alarming to me, they haven't done games coming in a while, but no Paris Week show. They canceled PSX. All right, cool. But they canceled E3 a year out. Like, even if they do their own show, this is what I'm saying. Even if they do their own show, PSX or whatever else they do, nothing's bigger than E3.
No.
That is the main stage, the coup de grace. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say.
I just want to address something real quick. And there's a lot of people thinking, oh, they're going to present something around that time. Sony's come on the record and said they're not going to have anything to show around the time 3 or after E3, like shortly after. There's going to be nothing in that period. So forget about seeing anything from Sony at E3 unless they have some change of heart. It's just not happening.
Yeah. Personally, like Dee said earlier, I think they're going to just save all their stuff for like almost a PSX type show where they reveal maybe the PlayStation 5 and a bunch of games, but they're saving everything until that one mega show because they really can't split it up, or else the other shows are either going to be crap or it's going to be all over the place, and Sony rather just look good. They'd rather just have one really good show.
But Neth, this is exactly what I'm talking about, and this is what I've seen on Twitter and everything like that. People are like, well, Sony don't need no E3 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're defending Sony
at the expense of
gamers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, now I don't. Now listen, I don't buy. No one. I mean, listen, like, because people just say the Sony's is too big. That's why I got to call my Sony brethren now. Listen to me. I'm telling you, don't go down that path. Like my man Crap would see if these the game generation. We ain't gonna do that anymore. I'm trying to keep y'all on the path of right. We got to call them out for their faults. I don't buy it. Ain't no one man company bigger than your fans. Because believe it or not, regardless of what you may think, it's the consumers, it's us, the gamers, that make them, right? You look at how dominant the PlayStation 2 was, right? And then you said they dropped the ball with the PS3, right? and then they got back humble again and came out with the people and did everything right they were supposed to, or whatever they perceived to be. You saw Nintendo went from the Wii to the who could have thought that Nintendo was going from the Wii to the abysmal failure that the Wii U was. You know what I mean? So you can't let think just because Sony is dominant. It's out the poke, I didn't see it that way, but now that I think about it, because Sony's so dominant right now, all that can change next generation. Just because you're in the lead, don't take your foot off the gas.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean?
Especially if when they drop the new hardware, the PlayStation 5, if they're not doing any type of forwards compatibility, then you're starting back at zero again.
It'll be backwards. I mean, that's
it'll be backwards compatible.
Yeah, but not forwards, and that's what I'm saying. You have like over 80 million people who have a PS4. At the end of the day, you want to sell your software to the largest pool of gamers you can, right? And if you don't do forwards compatibility, which I'm hoping they do that. I want to see Xbox and PlayStation do forwards compatibility as well. But if they don't do that, then you're starting back at zero, while other people in the industry will still have like 40 million people buying.
Hey, Bot, hold up 1 second. I gotta pay the bills. Bot, my man, this is a drug-free goddamn environment.
Oh, you didn't tell me that in the beginning of the show, man. Damn,
hit the like button. This is the shit that went off the rails. Bot that came in with some other shit. Hold on.
Yeah, I just want what Bot said right there, though. To be honest with you,
let me pay the bills real quick. Let me pay the bills real quick. Jersey Ghost said Sony wasted their E3 money on third-party deals for games that are better on the Xbox One X. Damn. I'm sorry, not go D. Go.
Yeah, it's like 95% that it's going to be forward compatible, and that's just for the simple fact that they're on x86. So it's like no
compatible or forward compatible.
That's what I'm hoping, man. It's like
forward compatibility too, because if it's on x86, the next system is going to be x86. I don't see why the old games wouldn't play on the new system. To be honest, I know Sony like to do the remastered way, but technically, it's not hard for them to do that.
I think it's just going to start struggling. You know how like the 360 and PS3s were struggling. Even Red Dead 2 is struggling on the base consoles right now. I don't know. I feel like they would abandon them pretty soon. But I will say this, for the whole Sony needs E3 comments. Look, guys, E3 is like the biggest news cycle for gaming probably the entire year. And if you're only going to let Microsoft, Nintendo, and EA and all those people have that news cycle and you just have nothing, that's where it's going to hurt you.
Well,
so, like, it's going to be a one-time thing.
I just want to counter what you said.
A little, at least.
I just want to counter what you said there. I agree with you to a certain degree, but in all honesty, I believe for the first couple of years that the old PlayStation is going to be able to play the new game as well. I think after that, they're going to phase it out. But in the beginning, they have to do that transition or they're going to lose too much money because they're not going to want to abandon, at that time, that 92 million consumers. They're not going to want to abandon them.
It'll be like the 360 and PS3, just like that shit.
Yo, Neff, check this out, because you said about, E3 and everything like that. I want to look at it from a different view here. Now, with, Xbox being there, so far, they're having a conference. You have Phil saying we can't wait to let you know what we have to share at E3 and stuff like that. Do you think that they are actually going to like come out and like blow the roof off that place? Like they have an opportunity here to really make this show kind of like their own.
Hey, bro, listen here. Hey, Crap, you did Crap?
Yeah.
What do you thought? You better getting high, motherfucker? Fuck you better no.
You know what? I think that Sony obviously
2 plus 2. Miss James is 17. No,
what?
Crap. But sorry. Okay, what's going on? Talk to me. You fell asleep on this. What's going on?
No. I was just, everybody else was talking. So, Sony obviously showed off all their games years ago, so they don't have anything. Nothing has changed from. What was the reason they didn't do PSX this year?
I don't
nothing
know.
to show. There's no new games in between PSX and now either. There's nothing to show. They've showed it all. Nobody,
but I thought The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima.
But we've already seen that, and a lot of that stuff we've seen multiple. But we'll probably get those at the Game Awards. That's
the rumor right now. The Game Awards apparently going to have the release dates for a lot of these.
That's a rumor until the Game Awards go by and there was no announcement.
I mean, I'm not jumping on that rumor.
They showed four games last E3. You know what I mean? Like they have the same. They have less than that now to actually release. There's just the 3 that they could show. So. I can see totally why they're not going to do it. They're probably also a little bit thinking, hey, we can pretty much do whatever we want and nobody's going to care anyway. We're Sony. So I do see a little bit of that cockiness kind of returning on their part. For their, to be accurate, it probably isn't going to hurt them at all. I do think they might announce a PS5 in December. I don't think it'll come out till 2020, probably holiday 2020. They won't actually show the console though. It just think of it like how they did the PS4. They announced it in February. They didn't even show it until that E3. So they'll announce it in December, and then they'll show it at the next E3, and then they'll do E3 all over. It's not like they're never going back to E3. So the people that are like, they don't need E3, like, I'd quiet down on that, because they'll be back at E3 the following year. There's no way that they're going to skip out on the biggest event, the biggest show there is. You know, it's not going to happen.
Well,
so
one thing. Well, I don't. They have a lot of games. Whether you care them or not, they got like I said, Niho 2, a few other games that are still coming out. Someone gave me a list the other day. There's a bunch of other exclusives that are coming out that we don't know anything about too much. But shout to Overdone. He said, so what did Microsoft have to show during the XO event? People saying,
okay, we're trying to forget about that old shit.
Yeah, so they say Sony shot their logo.
Why do you bring back old shit? Okay,
but the funny thing is, they're talking about. Hold on, they're talking about the XO event. I mean, I can say, well, what did Sony show at their PlayStation experience this year as well? You see what I'm saying?
XO, at least
we're talking about E3. That's like the Olympics of the gaming industry. We're not talking about the little shows that they do, that Xbox started doing this year, that PlayStation has done for the last couple.
I always love the deflection, though. Like, you bring up something Sony, they got to bring up something Xbox. Like, how about hey, good one, man. Sony really should probably show something. They got, show third party.
I did see a couple people in there say that. Yeah, I did see.
Look, I mean, you show Call of Duty, show the show some, you know what I'm saying? Like, show something. Like, I think that would be the best thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, Microsoft is getting ready for their next Xbox too, but they're going to be there with stuff. So, let
me ask you a question, Crap, or whoever. So again, Microsoft got the floor to themselves, right? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this. I want them to go out there and put their foot on Sony's neck, Nintendo's neck, whoever's neck, and have a kick. Just me being a gamer, just all around for gaming. I think how you say start from still. I think that's dope, just for being a gamer and not getting caught up on Xbox, PlayStation. You have everything, just most like you guys have everything. So just for being a gamer wise, I hope they go out there and kill it, right? Now, will they do that? Because I'm not going to lie again. Some shows, some XO18s, I don't want to go out there. Like, again, Microsoft, if you're listening to this dog shit show, come out there swinging. Come out there. I understand you bought studios. We need to see what those studios I don't give us some concept art, some Shanghai Heights. Go out there and tease the, Scarlet something. You know what I mean? What do you think, like, honestly, do you think Microsoft's going to go out there and for the Joe Montana from the 1 yard line touchdown pass?
I think, I do, Z. I think maybe we might get an announcement on the streaming only Xbox, the one that's going to be using the cloud. I think we might get some type of announcement like that. I don't know. Sony pulling out, it could also be these companies, they know pretty much what one another is doing. So maybe Sony has a win to something that might be happening at E3 and they don't want to be there because they don't have nothing to counter it, and they're going to counter it later on in the year at their own event. I don't know, but it's E3 this year is Microsoft's E3 to lose. They could get so much more gamer mindshare if they have a great show, to be honest with you, because all eyes are going to be on them. Like, Nintendo's going to be there, but no one really focuses on Nintendo at those events. It's mostly between Sony and Microsoft.
They're at the booth, though. They're at the Nintendo booth like crazy, though.
That treehouse, though, but maybe let me rephrase that again. So do you think Microsoft's going to really blast all doors? You think they're going to really own this E3, or do you expect another typical Microsoft show?
No, I think they're going to go. I think they're going to go a little bit harder, seeing how all gamers' eyes are going to really be on them. So I think they're
okay. So let me get this straight. PSX didn't happen this year, right? Or Paris Game Shows, and Microsoft had their 2 shows and they were still bad. Like, I don't have any confidence in Microsoft until they do something good.
Whoa. I don't think they had bad shows at all.
XO and E3 are 2 separate events. Go ahead, Crap.
I was going to say, I don't think Microsoft had bad shows at all. I think that's opinion, but
XO18 and Gamescom weren't bad.
Gamescom? They didn't do Gamescom this year.
You don't remember that Inside Xbox?
Oh, yeah, shit was bad. Yeah, they did.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, yo, it was so bad.
It was so bad, he erased it from his mind.
Man, we was live.
We're talking about an Inside Xbox show.
No,
that's
no,
not
that was
into
doing
Gamescom.
It was an Inside Xbox.
I thought you were talking about E3 because E3 they killed it, and I liked Inside Xbox.
E3 was just a bunch of multiplats, but yeah, it's better than Sony's.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked what they did, man. They did some impressive stuff. I was very impressed with what they showed.
With the
yeah, like I want Microsoft to kill it. Trust me.
I like how everybody's like, and the multiplats, like 99% of the goddamn games we play aren't multiplats. Come on, come on, let's be real.
Yeah, but it's a multiplayer. Anybody can play. That's why we want.
Yeah, they can. That's why I like watching Sony's because I like seeing the games on there that I'd be playing on my Xbox. You know, that's why I'm gonna miss them.
Hold on. So Overdone says so. Microsoft can be excused for showing nothing, but not Sony. And again, I just. My heart of hearts, I'm gonna say this again. I believe that Microsoft think that they're putting on a good show. I've heard from some inside guys that they are going in a new direction with new younger talent, like DJ academics. You know what I mean? What they need to do? They need to that whole crew they have is they need to appeal to a younger demographic. I heard yes.
Just to say real quick, I saw that DJ Academics. I saw the initial show when he's playing Xbox games, and I gotta say that is a good move on Microsoft's part, as DJ Academics has the pulse of the young generation.
Yeah, I mean, you heard I mentioned it before. If you didn't, you heard it here first. That they are going to do something with him, and like far as like these shows and moving it in a younger, hipper direction. Hold on 1 second, my man. I don't know who this guy was. Shout out to Troll of the Year. This Crapgamer Reviews. Microsoft announced 18 exclusive games at E3. We haven't heard anything about those games. What's the point of having E3?
I mean, didn't somebody give you a big list of exclusive games that nobody's heard of? What's the point of that list? That's what I would say. We're going to hear more about it. They said they're going to have some more releases this year, right? I guess one of those games, Ashen, is scheduled to release this year still. I'm not sure about Below, but those are more megaton than some of that list that Z has.
I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Hey, read the list. Let's see.
The list? Let's go to the list.
Yeah, let's see the list. Let's see.
Let me go here. We go. Bam.
Sounds like that list I was reading years ago. Remember? Danganronpa Z.
Okay, here we go. We got here. The list is all retail PS4 exclusive 2019 and beyond. They ain't get released. Shout out to my man Trunks who sent me the list. They even got released yet. The Last of Us 2, Days Gone, Death Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, Samurai Showdown, Lost Souls Aside, MLB 19, Shinmu
Never
3,
heard of it.
Dreams, Project Awakening, Judge Eyes, God
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Laugh Alive, and dozens of more that's been into small.
Never heard of it.
You know what I mean?
Never
So
heard
what
of
do we
it.
got from Microsoft? We got Gears of War 5, which is a megaton. What else?
You've got Crackdown 3, which looks phenomenal. They've totally reworked that game. You've got Battletoads. You've got a lot of stuff going. You've got Ori 2.
Battletoads coming out next year?
Yes, it's coming out next year. You got Ori 2. I'm quite confident with theirs. I mean,
I give them Gears. I give them Ori 2.
Well, I mean, you can say what it is, but that game's probably gonna. Game.
You want what Crackdown makes me think of? Thank God for Game Pass. That's what I think about.
Well, I mean, we'll see, but I think that game's gonna score better than Days Gone. So, I think that at the end of the day, a lot of people are gonna have to, maybe go back on their disrespect.
Crackdown gonna be higher than GameStop? I mean, then Crackdown. I mean, Days gonna rank higher than Crackdown 3.
I said Crackdown 3 in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. We'll rate higher than Days Gone. Yeah.
Okay, so Crackdown 3 versus Days Gone. All right, that's a good one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they're both. Well, oh no, they pushed back Days Gone again. But I mean, you're still gonna have a month or two there to decide. But I still believe that. I think that Days Gone looks pretty bad. So.
All right. Well, like I said, moving right along. Quote unquote rumored to be coming out. Microsoft releasing a diskless Xbox One. We heard about this in the past, or they were a couple years ago. They're supposed to be releasing an Xbox without a disk drive, Blu-ray drive to cut down the cost. Maybe it's say $150, and this is outside of quote unquote the Scarlet devices. And what I think is neat though, if you were to get this, if you have an older Xbox, a 2013 model, you can trade in all your physical games for the actually digital code, so you don't lose your library of games.
Oh, that's dope.
That's cool right there, man.
I think the sweet spot for this will probably be $150, $125. But what are your thoughts about that?
Like when it comes to a discless, Xbox One, first off, it's the S, and I know what they're trying to do here. They're trying to make an even lower price point going in.
Mm-hmm.
I even read, Brad Sams came out with the article. I even read it, and he was kind of predicting anywhere between $100 to $200. My whole thing is, if you're coming out with like Scarlet in 2020 and the Scarlet Cloud as well, if they both release at the same time in 2020, then I don't see why you would do this now. Me personally, I don't see it. But then again, Microsoft does some things sometimes. They make some decisions that I don't see.
Right, honestly, this console should be out this year for Black Friday.
Yeah. And that would be enough like space between now and then, when Scarlet comes out and if they come out with the Scarlet Cloud. The only way I can see this being anything is if the Scarlet Cloud doesn't actually come out alongside Scarlet in 2020. You see what I'm saying? If for some rhyme or reason
earlier or something,
No, I was thinking later. If they push that back a little bit later for some rhyme or reason, then I can see this more. But as of right now, I feel like they're kind of flooding the industry with SKUs, with different hardware.
Okay,
I'm gonna pay the bills here for a second, but before I do that, with them releasing that Xbox, discless drive, do you think that basically confirms the whole forward compatibility idea that they wouldn't bring in this Xbox One S without disk drive if they weren't considering it having going for the future? But okay, Spectre Sass for the $2. Crap. I will bet you $100 Days Gone scores better than Crackdown. And Stuart Stokes with the $2. Want to take a bet crap about Days Gone versus Crackdown? And Eternal E10. What up, Z? Love your shows. Check this right. Microsoft showed up to the last E3, which was trashed. Where Sony at 2019, though. Where was Sony at 2019?
Yeah. Well, we're in 20. We're never going to be in 20. And again, all this is subjective. Forget about who has a good show or bad show. It's for gaming. It's just something that I like to sit down and cover.
I'm gonna be waiting for the articles after E3 to be like, you know what? Sony won E3 by not showing up, and here's why.
Well, listen, like you said, this is Microsoft. They have a fast break to the basket. They about to dunk it. They got to come out there.
Dude, they got a golden goose on a silver platter right now, and they need to take advantage of it.
Come out there and and Windows shit. They do that Windows shit again, and
Minecraft.
Bro, I listen. If I could have hopped in the time machine, I probably bet my life. There's no way in hell would I thought the Xbox would be in the predicament it's in right now.
Yo, Z brother, I just noticed the shirt you got, man. I need one of those, dude. You gotta let me know where you got that.
Actually, you know what? True story. My grandmother sent me this shirt in the mail.
Yo, for real?
Yeah.
I gotta give her my address. Maybe she'll send me one, man.
Send me a shirt.
That's the same grandmother who called me an asshole.
Yeah, that's her same grandmother.
I don't think it's going to cost Microsoft a lot of money to implement this, to be honest with you, because it'd be the same Xbox minus the
But they're going to save money on the hardware with reducing the drive and
But it's all about mind share, though, man.
They wouldn't plug in the DVD drive and just make a different outer shell, that doesn't have a disk drive slot. So it wouldn't really cost them too much to do that. I think it's a good thing. You're giving the gamer the option, if they want to save a little bit of money, if they're planning on going all digital, they can grab this Xbox One S that does not have the disk drive. On PC, you got PCs being built now that don't have disk drives anymore. Like, to be honest with you, on the PC market, like, most people don't use a disk drive anymore. Everything is like USB thumb drives or you're downloading the files. So I think it's a little bit redundant having a disk drive. Personally, for me, I could go all digital. It wouldn't really matter to me, but it's an option. They're not forcing gamers to go all digital. It's just an option. It'll be cheaper, and I think it's good for the company. They'll probably sell a few more Xboxes to people.
Yo, D, here's the deal. Here's the deal with that, D. If they go really low ball price on this, then I'll be like, all right, cool. And I'm talking like $100. If they go in $100 for an S without a disc tray, I'll be like, all right, now I can see that. Anything higher than like $150, $200, I'm like, I don't.
Realistic. I think it'd be $150.
Yeah, 150.
My whole thing is
should be 150.
Yeah,
with the 4K Blu-ray player. Like, that's not a bit like. This is
How much
this is so
right now in the
fake.
States? How much is in the States right now?
It's $199.
Well, that's on sale, but what is it regularly?
I think $249.
$249.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
about 50.
so
Yeah.
$50 reduction. That sounds plausible.
The S should be
Yeah, but
$150.
here's the thing, though, right? Okay, like this is so fake sounding, right? Like, no offense to Brad Sams, he was on Crossfire once, cool guy. He was also the guy that said that they were going to release a Chromecast type thing, and then that got canceled last minute. And they were going to release a discless Xbox 360, and then a discless Xbox One years ago. So this isn't the first time. I'm going to say that what this is Microsoft possibly leaking stuff to gauge consumer feedback on it, right? It makes no sense to release the least Xbox. It's probably the one that's going to be dropped support for the quickest. Why would you do the weakest Xbox, the one that's performing worse right now, and do that as new hardware in 2019? I don't care if you're selling it for $150. People would rather pay $200 for a PS4 than $150 for an Xbox One S. I can guarantee you that right there. So it makes no sense. So basically what they would do is you're going to have to support an S with a drive, an S without a drive, an Xbox One X, a Scarlett streaming device, possibly a Scarlett without a disk drive. That's too much hardware. Not going to happen. You can't have 5 different Xbox SKUs. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Is first of all, like I don't see that. I'm not saying they will never release one as an option without a disk drive. I'm saying it makes no sense, particularly to release the S with no disk drive in 2019. Completely asinine.
Crap. Maybe we're just getting leaks right now on the S doing it, but maybe they're gonna do it for the X as well.
So an extra piece of
and then
content,
you put another SKU out.
What you guys fail to understand, it's the same damn console on the motherboard. On the motherboards for these consoles, there's a port that you plug the stupid.
What I'm saying is, that you're gonna have
and construct a different plastic piece on the top. Like
I get that, but it's a completely different SKU. When somebody's at the store and they're like, "Which one am I gonna buy?" and you have 5 separate boxes there, all doing different things and different features, it's going to
intimidate people who don't know what they're looking at.
I think Crap was just questioning your integrity, D. But overdone with the $2. Does the discless Xbox come with true exclusives? Overdone, you need to stop going for the low blow. You need to stop going for the low blow.
I just want to say this real quick. Options are never a bad thing. You got, like, say, Sony and Samsung. These guys have like 30 or 15 TVs that do the exact same thing but have different features to it.
But the TV space has been doing that for how long, brother?
There's different segments of the market. So this diskless drive is going to be targeted to a certain type of gamer. It's not going to be targeted to you guys. It's targeted to somebody else.
Well, hold on, it's not confirmed. Let's just get that out there, right? Yeah. This is not anywhere near close to confirmed. This is
going to happen because pretty much every single outlet covered it. So I don't know.
Well, they all covered it from Brad Sands, but they also all covered his previous ones that were wrong as well. You know what I'm saying? He even said it could be canceled.
What's going to happen? I think it's time. I think also Microsoft wants to test out the market, how it would do with this, and this is the perfect way to do it. I think it'll happen.
I think it'll happen also.
I don't think they're going to release an S.
How are you going to test out a market the year before you're dropping new, more powerful hardware?
Yeah.
Well, if it's
the console. I think it's the idea of forward compatibility. Like the S is going to be here to stay even longer if they really do this.
That's the Neth. That is a great point. That was the only thing I was like thinking of. Hey, I'm talking to Neth, brother.
No, I'm correct this because you guys keep thinking that the S will hold it back. Listen, these boxes are pretty much PCs now. It'll be able to run it. It'll probably chug. It probably won't look as good. It might be missing some textures, but it will be able to run. You got guys on the PC with fucking shitty ass cards, shittier than the Xbox One, the regular one.
But there is a cutoff point for those as well, though, for PCs.
Yeah, with RAM and stuff. But the Xbox has the bare minimum to play games for a long time. To be honest with you.
Okay, you know what? Like I said, was told to me. You know, you can take it.
I mean, some of these games are sub HD on the S. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're going to talk about them. They're going to be able to support these games for next gen. I just don't find that as being a possibility. I know people like the Don will disagree, but how many different versions of these developers going to make? You know, like when you go into a store, here's the thing.
With DX12, they don't got to do shit. It's already.
I get it, but no. But if that were the case, then why didn't we get Sunset Overdrive 4K enhanced on the Xbox One X?
You want to know the reason why we didn't get Sunset Overdrive? Because it was a different team that handled it. It wasn't
I
Microsoft.
get that. Microsoft paid.
It wasn't Microsoft, and it wasn't
But
Insomnia.
it's the same thing, so they couldn't just throw it over there on the
But
console.
supposedly it could have been.
So it was a different company. That's why.
I get that, but they paid to have it ported. They could have easily put some assets over there for the X. But what I'm saying is, at some point, so we get next generation Xbox and PS4, you're going to have a different box for the games when you go into a store, right? Like, my question is, how many consoles are we going to see? And how many different boxes and which like the Xbox Scarlet boxes are going to be different than the Xbox Ones, or at least you hope so. I feel like Microsoft needs a bit of a fresh start where Xbox is concerned. So you're going to have a different box there with a different title for that particular thing. Like it's very interesting.
Crap, check this out. And this is what I think with forwards compatibility, which is something, D is talking about, the Xbox One S will be able to play games.
I'm not a huge fan of that, by the way.
But here's the, like, when it comes down to it, of course, there's going to be no parity. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag no parity.
But the main reason to do forwards compatibility is because you have so many million people who have an Xbox One, either S or X or something like that. And if they're not on board to swing into new hardware, you'll still be able to buy the games, which is still making the company money to make new games. All right. So you're dipping in to the kind of like the previous generation, so many million people that have those consoles. I don't think they're doing forwards compatibility for people going out for new hardware. Like, oh man, I should just get that Xbox One S. Why the hell not? Like, I don't.
Hold on, two things. I don't agree with the forwards compatibility thing at all. I'm old school. If you want to listen, if you want to play God of War 5, we got a console for you, and that's how I think it should be going forward. Now, listen, all this is dependent on third party. Right? If they still want to shoehorn their games on 2013 hardware, everything can be redone. We going from Unreal Engine 4 now. We may be on Unreal Engine 5 next generation, right? Maybe the same thing. Yeah. Maybe they may not want to shoehorn.
I mean, the biggest thing is, look, the Switch, which is more powerful than the Xbox 360. I guess technically it might be even as the Xbox One, right? People say it might be as powerful. No, not as one. Well, that's not getting new games, right? So eventually there's a cutoff point, right? I mean, it gets old gen games and stuff, but eventually there's a cutoff point, and I think that's what we're gonna be really faced with going forward. So,
hey, Ness, pay the bills. Ness, this shit shot by me.
Yeah, overdone with the $5. Imagine going to GameStop to buy an Xbox, and the employee asks you, do you want the discless Xbox or the exclusiveless Xbox? Also, Sunset Overdrive is lit on PC.
Yeah, it is. I am glad people finally come around. When the game goes to PC or something like that, people can.
Yeah, seeing it was 1,200 concurrent on Steam, man, that blew my mind. Holy crap!
People can finally say the game is good when it was only on Xbox, and it's like, oh, that game's dog shit. And 900.
To be honest with you, I double dipped, so I actually own the original Xbox One. I couldn't get into it too much. This one.
Well, dude, you're a graphics whore anyway, man.
No, it's not even that. It's over 60 frames per second. I'm playing this thing at like.
Oh yeah, you're FPS or my bad, dude.
I'm playing this thing at 4K, 100 frames per second, all the bells and whistles, and it's a different game. It's a completely different game. It's already a fast.
Well, it's technically game
with over 60 frames per second. It's amazing.
The only thing that was bad about Sunset Overdrive when it came out is that there was no co-op for the story. That was the only thing. Everything else, the city was awesome. The sense of humor, the weapons that you were using were creative. Everything was great on that game. The only thing that I thought was missing was you needed co-op for the story. That's why I think they need to make a sequel. Yeah.
The PC
or give me an enhancement. Goddamn.
The PC version is missing one feature though. It is missing the multiplayer component where you fight the hordes with the.
That multiplayer sucked.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have the PC doesn't have it anyways. Regardless, it doesn't have it.
Okay, well, moving right along. Last topic I want to talk before we get the hell up out of here. Fallout 76. You see the back in the back. I guess you see the thumbnail in the back.
But that's just critical flop.
40. Yeah. I saw 43 on the Metacritic. Oh my god. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm saying, I've never been a big Fallout guy. I wish we should have Mighty Mouse in here now. That's his thing. But what are your thoughts about the backlash? Is it warranted? Have you guys played it? Talk to me.
Warranted. This game is running on such an old engine, like from the 360
Fuck
days.
that engine.
It looks like shit. I know some people are like, oh, that's the whole charm to it, you know, all the bugs and all the jankiness and all the janky animations. That's what makes Fallout. Nah, man, it's behind. I don't like the animations in it. I don't like the way it looks.
It's all 12 FPS.
Come on, unbelievable. No excuse for this. And I even heard, I don't know for sure, because I was going through my Twitter timeline and I saw some people put up that the next 2 games that they're doing are using the same engine. I hope that's not true.
They are.
That's unbelievable. These guys need to get off that engine. That engine is dog shit. I don't like to see people hard work, go to waste and they get ridiculed for it. But in this instance, I think it's deserved. I think they need to improve. Get a better engine. Come on.
Did you see the video of the young black guy, the young colored fellow, cut up in
Yeah.
GameStop over Fallout 76?
Yeah, he destroyed that place.
Yeah,
He saw that 12 frames per second, went back to the store. He was irate.
I'm gonna ask the panel here a question. Actually, let me pay the bill real quick. Stuart Stokes with the $2. Crap. You said Assassin's Creed Odyssey was better on the X because of 4K assets and 4K resolution. But
Did I say 4K assets?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever said 4K assets on that.
Oh, okay, I got you. Crap, you said Assassin's Creed Odyssey was better on the X because of a 4K vase. That picture that was going around.
A 4K vase.
Yeah, it was like a fucking vase, and like it looked shitty on the Pro and good on the X.
Jesus,
like
you got a better memory than me. I might have retweeted something, but geez, I mean, if you guys are holding on to that stuff, man, like, I don't know, find something better to do with your time. Like, I forgot, like, I retweeted it. Oh, who cares? Doesn't mean anything. Like, get over it. Jesus, you guys hold on to this stuff like somebody like beat your like I went in there and roughed you up and took your shoes or something. Get over it. Jesus.
And they think Crap is that Red Dead 2. No.
I didn't run you guys. I didn't run your pockets. I didn't steal your shoes. I retweeted a thing. You guys have to remember I didn't. Get over it. Holy crap.
Take your shoes, goddamn, Crap.
Jeez, man. Get over it.
This is Crap right here. Gamer coming unhinged. You better watch out in the chat. He ain't fucking with y'all no more.
Yeah, but let me ask the panel a question. So on the 3 main platforms, the PC, PS4, and Xbox version, which one do you think had the highest Metacritic?
PlayStation.
On what?
For Fallout 76, which platform had the highest Metacritic?
I have no idea.
I know
Probably the one that had
the
least amount of reviews.
But what would you guess?
Or the one that had the least amount of reviews.
Okay, so you go with Xbox. What are you going with, Bot?
I mean, I don't know. I don't follow Metacritic, dude.
All right, we're gonna go with Xbox just because your name is Xbox. So
okay, I like that.
Fallout 76 got a 43 on the PlayStation, a 58 on the PC, and they managed to get a 65 on the Xbox One. I don't know how Microsoft did it, but they got the highest Metacritic.
Well, how many reviews were for the Xbox?
Apparently, Microsoft had the least amount of reviews, though.
Okay, so I mean that usually happens, right? Like, also they could have reviewed it on the X, which is going to have significantly less problems.
Yeah, well, I mean that should hit 12 frames per second on the X, so I think that game just a mess.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable. It's like honestly tell you, I really think it's tacked on DLC, something that was left over from the last game, and they're pushing it out now. To be honest with you, because there's no excuse for that. Like, come on.
Wait, hold on. I need to look this up.
How long was this game in beta for? And they still at launch they can't get the kinks out, and the game. It looks like a 360 game, like from the beginning of the 360 generation. What the fuck?
Looking like listen, to be honest, I've never been a big fan of Bethesda.
Holy no! Fallout 76 managed to beat Super Lucky's Tale by 1 point. Damn. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, it's that bad. They said sales are off 84%.
Yeah, Lucky's Tale managed to get a 64.
You got Battlefield, you got Call of Duty, you got Spider-Man, you got all these great games that are out. Who the fuck's gonna, in their right mind, a true gamer, is gonna want to play that dog shit?
Here's the thing.
Dog shit at 43. Goddamn.
To me, this is where they dropped the ball at. I've been in there with one of the ones talking about crossplay. Fallout, I think it was just their first online game or the online game that they're doing like this. This should have been the for crossplay. You know what I mean? I think would have did better. Do me a favor.
No, they did Elder Scrolls Online as well.
Yeah, that game also sucks. But all right, I gotta pay these bills now. Overdone with the $5. Yeah, your videos are pretty bland crap. You can't even remember what you made last month since you're so clickbaity and missing the source half the time. And Stuart Strokes with another $5. Crap, you said, why was everyone praising Sunset Overdrive when it suddenly went to PC? But Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the Pro was dog shit compared to the X because of the pot. And it was not a tweet.
I don't remember this stuff. I don't remember any of this stuff. You guys are like, I'm living in your guys' heads, man. I don't like get over it. I don't I guess so, man.
I'm the one who said about Sunset Overdrive.
Like maybe Xbot said that. Like I don't know. Like you guys are having a difficult time remembering who said what. Like I get it.
I don't think we sounded like either, brother.
All you white guys look alike, man. Fuck it.
Oh!
That's what it is.
I think there's a couple 100-pound difference there between me and Xbot, bro.
Yeah. Yo, Z, that's why I need that shirt, Z. You know what I'm saying? So this way I can stand out, brother.
From the streets, tell them buy it. Fuck all.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, so I'm probably just. Do you think? Well, yeah. That's a question. Have you ever been to the Fallout series, Crap? Or
no, I haven't liked the Fallout series. I do have Fallout 76. I'm hearing. I do have some friends that play it, including Mooch, and apparently they're having a really good time playing it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that if it's like I said, I don't really know about any bugs and stuff because I haven't really played it yet. I was waiting to finish Red Dead before I hopped in it, but you play with your friends. It's one of those things. I guess you have fun with your friends on it, and some people like I guess some of the stuff doesn't really matter to people if they're having a good time. So again, I have to reserve judgment because I haven't played it for myself. So it just seems like this is one of those games as a service type games. I bet it'll be completely different in 6 months, and unfortunate that so many people hinge the reviews on a type of game like this because this isn't a game that's a single player game where you get the stuff up front and you can judge it like that. I really feel like these type of games have a difficult time finding actual decent reviews because the people that are reviewing them aren't used to these type of games. They aren't into these type of games. They're more into like the Red Deads or the whatever's the God of Wars and things like that. So when it comes to online games, they have lesser it just seems like they're very harsh on them.
Yeah, maybe so, but I think the game just doesn't run well, and there's just a lot of issues with it.
Could be. I haven't played it. Like I said, I can't really speak for it because I haven't played it yet. But I will play it probably sometime this week.
They need to hire people that know about multiplayer and online and everything like that. Why? I know Bethesda, they're used to the whole kind of like single player experience and everything like that. But they are a big enough company that if they are coming out with a multiplayer Fallout and all that good stuff, you would think that they would dip their hand into the industry, pull out some developers that know what they're doing when it comes to multiplayer online. And I don't think they did that. Yeah. Like anytime Bethesda will come out, anytime any company comes out with a letter saying, yo, just trust, we know this game is dog shit, but do what you want with it. Like, I'm like, damn, man, like that's a pass, yo, for real.
I think it's a travesty that it's just the exact same game. They haven't made any type of improvements to the engine. It's virtually the same game with a multiplayer component, and I think that's disappointing. It might very well be fun if you play it with your friends. I still wouldn't be able to get over those janky animations and those dated graphics.
Yeah, I don't think none of their games have ever been lookers to me. I don't like their games. I don't like the control. I didn't like Oblivion. Didn't like what's the other one? What's the other shit that's on the Switch too? They ever come to the Switch with the dragons and shit? What's the name of that goddamn game?
Skyrim?
Yeah, I don't like Sky. I never cared for any of those games, to be honest.
I didn't care for Skyrim, but I will say this though: Skyrim, from the people that I know that play it, they love that game. My one brethren, he was never into those type of games, and he played Skyrim. That's his favorite game of all time. So
okay,
Skyrim is great.
Last but not least,
at the time it didn't look too bad either when it came on the 360. But like I said, that engine is dated. That engine, they need a modern day engine, honestly.
Okay. Last but not least, Black Friday is here. Black Friday. Now, I've always been black on Fridays, but anyway, check it out, right? Are you guys looking for anything, or you're trying to pick up anything? You got your eyes on anything? Like,
The only game I want right now, and I've been absolutely blessed. My supporters on my YouTube channel, they've hooked me up with codes for games and stuff. The only game I have an urge to play right now is Hitman 2. And I saw that you get the original Hitman with it. and all that good stuff. So that's the only game that I would think about buying right now. Other than that, I got pretty much everything I want right now, man.
So you know, look for me to. What about you, D?
Yeah, I could say Hitman 2 is a great game. I'm playing that right now. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I want to get that for the PC. Ubisoft has a sale on it right now, 50% off. So I'm probably gonna pick that up. I pretty much have everything except for that. What's that other game that's coming out? It's like an open world game with the crazy over the top stuff.
Just Cause.
Yeah, I'll probably grab Just Cause as well, and that's pretty much it. As I pretty much have everything else.
What about you, Crap? You looking for anything?
I already have everything, man. I'm blessed.
Oh wow, you're blessed beyond blessed. Thank Jesus. Thank God.
Blessed. I do every day, man.
Oh my God.
Every day.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Wow! Hey, yeah, that was. Hey, Crap, you know what you were talking about? When, you got Verdi blocked, but I retweeted it. Yeah, but then we tweeted it. But that black African guy was like, "Oh my God! Wow!"
What's that?
Man, the tweet I
was
like, "This is Crap," and you guys after XO18, the African on the couch was like, "Oh my God! Wow!" Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't really partake in that kind of stuff. So.
I know, brother. Anyway, well, how about you, Neth? Are you looking forward to anything this Black Friday or just how are you trying to,
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna buy Tomb Raider finally, and maybe I'll pick up Fallout. Who knows? But I'll just pick up the games on my backlog that I didn't pick up.
No, okay. Well, what else you can pick up? Oh, you mean play them or Black Friday or what are you talking about?
Oh, like I never picked up the new Tomb Raider, so I think I'm gonna finally buy it when it's on sale.
Great game, great game.
I think it's on sale now, 50% off.
Yeah, 30. I will say this: I have it. I beat the first two. Actually, just beat it not too long ago. I don't think it's as good as the last one. This is my, you know what I mean? I don't know. It was a different team. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but to me, what's that? The Rise of Tomb Raider. That was like, oh shit! Like those graphics. Like, oh my God. Not saying this doesn't look good at all, but I don't know. It's not to me.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
that and Battlefield 5. I'm looking forward to that.
I want Battlefield 5. I hope that's on sale, like $30 or something. You know what I mean? I want that also. But me personally, maybe if I'm blessed enough, maybe I try to get VR. Finally, if I catch a good deal.
You should. $199, man. Hell of a deal.
Man, I'm poor over here, man. I'm poor. Man, I'm no means, bro.
Dude, just dude, all these people that pay money to insult me. Come on, dude. Just some of that, man.
Hey, Z, I just want to add, since we're talking about
$500, man. $500, and I'm off BGST for a month. Do it. I'll get VR. It'll be great.
Someone's gonna do it.
Nobody's gonna.
I just want to add though, since we're talking about Black Friday, I did put up a video today about Black Friday deals. So for anyone out there looking for the best deals that they can get this Black Friday, trying to avoid the lineups, you can get the stuff online. Check out that video. But there's a lot of stuff going on sale. There's some cheap ass 4K TVs and stuff, man. There's a lot of sales. That Xbox One X for $399 is a great deal. I'm starting to see some new bundles jump up, like $399 with like a game of your choice and an extra controller. So there's some other good deals popping up. $430, you get it with extra controller, Battlefield 1, and I think PUBG. So and there's some deals.
That's cool. But Stuart Strokes with the $2. So Z, apparently you're tagged in a tweet. You have to go check it out.
I'm saying okay, all right, no problem.
I wish Microsoft would have came out with a better bundle than the Minecraft one.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you said it before we go. You said I'm tagging the tweet. I don't see who.
Yeah, you might want to just share that on the screen.
Reiterated the PS4
Twitter.
for $199 with Spider-Man. It's just a way better deal. Who the hell wants to buy an Xbox One S for Minecraft? I think they should actually lower the price. I think they should go a little bit lower, go to 180 and bundle it with a better game.
I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What you say?
I was just saying, I think Microsoft should bundle a better game with that Xbox One S and lower the price to 180 because I'm got to be honest here, they're going to get outsold with that Spider-Man bundle.
Oh, dude, it's already over. As soon as they bundled Spider-Man for $199, dude. Look, Microsoft, here's the truth, right? And I'm an Xbox guy. Microsoft could have sold that S for $150 and it would still get outsold. You know what I mean? It's just it just is like that. That's the thing. Like
I don't know if it would get outsold. To be honest with you, traditional.
I guarantee you.
Usually gets sold because the parents are going out buying gifts for their kids for Christmas.
Nobody wants.
They see that $50 cheaper than the PS4. I think it would have a better chance.
I get it, but what are they gonna want, man? They're gonna want that Spider-Man game, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody.
I said Black Friday. They're gonna bundle that Spider-Man with the PlayStation, and they're gonna sell gangbuster numbers. And
Oh, of course they are. I mean, it's super smart. They really take the sales stuff real serious. Microsoft doesn't seem to take it as serious anymore. So I mean, they bundled Minecraft with the S. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for like the 4th year in a row. But Z, check your DMs. I think I just found it.
Oh, my DM.
You know, so I mean, like it kind of is what it is, man. You know, hopefully Microsoft smartens up.
Crap, they got you, crap. Yeah,
maybe they got you.
They got you, crap. They got you.
Maybe when they
the gig is up, crap. Like you said, anything you say today can't add when we record against you and play the show. Yeah, they got you, crap. They found you. You motherfuckers.
They got you, crap. They got Colt Eastwood. Oh God,
what's going on?
They found the old tweet of you bragging about the 4K base.
Oh, who cares? Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
put it on screen.
Yeah, y'all got the paces of a motherfucking saint. God damn, they went dumpster diving and got that motherfucker. Megaton. Woo! Microsoft
Holy shit.
They're like, we got nothing but time right here.
Yeah, they got nothing but time today, cuz. Yeah,
I guess so, man. I mean, the games are done. Red Dead 2's best on the X. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I guess you're gonna sit there and look for tweets by somebody you hate who don't understand what entertainment is, so they take everything super serious. Oh my God, did you believe this? He did. Let's record it. Let's use this. Let's go dig in months and see what he said 3 years ago. Holy shit! You know, like get out of here.
It's a little bit unhealthy. Some of the guys out there.
It's a little bit unhealthy.
What's going on in the street? They're walking through the mall saying, "What do you rep? PlayStation or Xbox?" And they're like, "You say the wrong thing." They're like knifing you. Like, come on, guys. Like it's a hobby. Come on, it's not that.
It's ridiculous. Let's finish this up, man. I gotta watch the rest of Raw, man. I just watched Braun get tore up. I gotta finish this.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Okay, fine. Then Eternal 10 with the $2. Red Dead 2 drops on PC. It's going to be awesome. Yes, it is. Overdone. Grand opening, grand closing with the 4K vase. And Sewer Chokes with another $2. I always got receipts, crap. Don't forget that.
Right.
Oh, okay. I will never forget that I am so in your head that you have to go check out every little thing I say and take it so seriously, man. Good for you, man. Good for you.
What's the date?
Happy holidays. Happy holidays, my friend. Happy holidays.
What's the date on that tweet, brother?
This creed came out.
So, but listen, if you enjoyed this show today, man, and you guys enjoyed you guys in chat, thank you for rocking out with Bgst. And almost 400 people watching us live today. I appreciate it. If you guys have been so kind, hit the like button, man. You know what I mean? I'll be back tomorrow with some more content. I'll find something to talk about. Actually, a lot of topics I didn't get a chance to cover yet. But shout out to each and every last one that tuned in to watch our show, to check out our platforms. It truly means the most to me. We out of here, and Crap, I got some tissue for you, man. Don't cry. We got you. I got your back, Crap. We out of here, man. We out.
Peace.